Greetings and salutations. Happy Homebrew Wednesday. For me, actually, it's Tuesday night right now, but by the time I upload this, it'll be Wednesday morning. So, this is the first Homebrew Wednesday that I actually have a homebrew to drink. This is my American Pale Ale. It turned out more like India Pale Ale. Real bitter, hoppy, but also very sweet and citrusy. I really got the balance pretty good. Good beer. If you want to learn more about it, watch the Mr. Beer Goes Horribly Wrong Part 2 video, where I basically do a before and after, like what my brewing was like when I first started, you know, a year and a half ago, and what my brewing looks like now. You know, that some time has gone by and I've had time to practice. So what's going on? Well, obviously I finished this IPA. I had a housewarming party. We drank 1.5 cornies of this in one night at the party. I had like 30 people over though, and a lot of us were drinking it. Got a lot of good, positive feedback on the beer. A lot of the ladies didn't like it so much, but they're also, you know, Miller Lite drinkers, so, you know, what do you expect? But most of the guys, especially anyone that had an affinity for craft beer, was pretty appreciative of my homebrew, pretty supportive. So after that I started a wheat beer, and don't know how much I talked about the wheat beer on my last Homebrew Wednesday. It's another 15-gallon batch. I used the White Labs Hefeweizen yeast, the really banana-y one. I think it's WLP 300. Put some pureed pineapple, coconut water, and 1 Buchalokia pepper in the batch, just to give it some spice. So I think it's ready to rack. It's been in primary for like 2 weeks. I'm not seeing any more activity in the airlock, so we're gonna rack it tonight. I'm just gonna rack it through the funnel. I'm not gonna use any filter media because, like you know, it's a wheat beer. It's supposed to be cloudy. And then also, if you did watch my Mr. Beer Goes Wrong video, you'll notice I didn't have any clip of me racking the beer. I just go immediately from putting it in the primary, and then we go from secondary into the keg, and then that's the end of the video. So I have a little snippet that I forgot to edit into that video. So I guess the theme of tonight's Homebrew Wednesday video is racking. First we're going to rack the wheat beer, and then I'll play the little snippet from when I racked the pale ale. Cheers. Alright, so we got these bad boys all star sand out. And the next step is to put them under there with the funnel and pour the beer via the spigot through the funnel into the carboys. Alright, and here we go. Woo! So we got a little bit of yeast cake in there, just initially. But like I said before, it's a wheat beer, doesn't need to be that clear, and it'll drain a lot faster. Whoa, we don't want it to drain quite that fast. Once we pull the yeast cake out of there, I mean the airlock out of there. So pretty boring stuff. Just gonna fill all 3 of them like this, the same way, and then when I'm done with this, I've still got See that carboy under the blanket? I still got 5 gallons of pale ale in there, which I think I'm going to keg tonight also. Alright, stay tuned. Now you have them, my babies, all racked up and ready for secondary. So it's probably, considering I still got another 5 gallons there and probably another 2 gallons in my keg of this pale ale, it's going to be a while before I drink any of these. So, I don't know, maybe I'll age them for a month, a couple months. Let's see how long I can leave these suckers racked. Now I am kegging the last 5 gallons of the pale ale. And that's about it for Brew Wednesday. So let me leave you all with this brief clip of some video notes from when I was back when I was racking this into secondary. I omitted it from the last video. Alright, so it's been about 2 weeks and we are done with primary. Finally, it took a long time for that airlock to stop bubbling. It's been 2 weeks. We're probably going to do a short secondary on most of this. At least one of these 5 gallons I'm going to keep around for a few weeks to really age it and let things settle and clear out. But right now I'm just sanitizing. And then once this is all sanitized, I'm going to rack into secondary. Alright, so 5 gallons are racked. 10 gallons are still in primary. Got these guys raring to go. So let's rack one more. Just to give you a close-up, if we can get this focused to... Yeah. Just look how clear that is. It's like yellow mountain spring water. Beautifully clear. Beautifully, beautifully clear. Looks like it's a dark yellow to light copper color. And just the aroma is spectacular. I don't know how it tastes yet, but it smells great. And it already looks so clear. I'm just now racking it. And I'm pretty happy with the way it looks and smells. So I don't know, halfway through this second 5 gallon bottle. I'll be back in a second. Alright, so I'm just about done. I'm showing you another good thing about filter media, especially when you're racking out of a spigot. As you get to the bottom, and sometimes you might suck off a little bit of that yeast cake. And one good thing is the Y Yeast American Ale is pretty flocculative, because if you look at this, it's not just like chocolate milk was coming out of the bottom, but it was like tight little fat little floccules of yeast. And most of it got caught in my filter. Some of it went in there, so it stands to reason that after a week in secondary, this is probably going to be a little bit cloudier than the other two. So this is probably the one of the 3 that I'm going to wait to keg. But then this guy and that guy in the better bottle, those will probably get kegged much sooner. Alright, we've got these 3 all racked up and in secondary. And this guy is a bear to clean, but he's clean and he's ready for our next batch. Godspeed.